Hey, finally been lifted after a lot of delays. This is the box the V19 comes in. The top has a gradient-like finish to it. We have some branding to the sides and the back's got the spec highlights. This here's the 8256 variant and it comes with the Mystic Silver finish. Let's get the plastic wrap off. Slicing through the seal, opening it up, we have a smaller cardboard box with V19 and what looks like a smartphone camera lens. Inside, it's got the SIM ejector pin, the warranty and quick start guide, and a white Type-C cable. Vivo's also included a clear case in here. Nice. Underneath, we have the phone itself. Peeling off the protective wrap. We get a first good look at the V19. The reflective glass back kinda reminds me of the Aura Glow finish of the Note 10 series, but the color shift seems to be a lot more subtle here. Okay, let's flip it to the front and power it on, slip it into its case, and set it aside for a moment. We then have a 33-watt Vivo Flash Charge 2.0 power brick and a pair of Apple EarPod style earphones. That's about it for the box contents. Let's now get back to the phone itself. Following the design trends of the year, the V19 comes with a rectangular camera bump to the top left. The rest of the back, it's left clean. There is a subtle Vivo logo etched into the lower left. Picking it up, the V19 feels really good in hand. Despite packing in a 4500 mAh battery and Gorilla Glass 6 to the back, Vivo has managed to keep the weight under 190 grams. This back curves nicely, meeting the edges of the phone, which has a ridge running around it. This turned out to be a great design choice since I found my fingers resting along it while using the phone and it gave me something to hold on while moving about with the V19. So while the back is as slippery and fingerprinty as ever, I never felt uncomfortable using this phone. Taking a tour of the buttons and placements, we have the power and volume keys to the right. The top houses a secondary noise cancelling microphone. To the left, we have a triple card slot, dual SIMs plus micro SD. And finally, the bottom, it houses the majority of the ports, headphone jack, primary mic, USB Type-C port, and the speaker. The front is dominated by a 6.44-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED panel with minimal bezel surrounding it. The pill-shaped cutout to the top right holds not one, but two selfie shooters. The primary 32-megapixel selfie camera, it takes some good-looking shots. There's good detail. The skin tones are a bit on the fairer side, even though we had all beauty modes turned off.
Why so sad, Chiku?
चाचू डिम लाइट में सेल्फी नहीं आ रही और ब्राइट लाइट में वैम्पायर्स।
तुम वैम्पायर्स के भी नखरे हैं ना?
विच को दिखा कर आता हूँ।
Super night selfie with Aura screen light on Vivo V19. Perfect shot, perfect moment.
To the screen, Vivo calls it the dual eye view display. We have an AMOLED panel from Samsung in here, which means we get inky blacks and great contrast levels. The V19 also gets bright enough to be visible under direct sunlight, and we can even stream Full HD content from online video providers like Netflix and Amazon. That's thanks to the Wide 1L1 support. Interestingly, we even seem to have support for HDR10. We tested it out with some HDR content from YouTube, and the colors looked really amazing. Moving on to the internals, here we have the Snapdragon 712 chip, the same as we had on the Vivo Z1 Pro and the Z1 X before. So not much of an upgrade from the Snapdragon 675 chipset that we had on the Vivo V17. I really wish they'd gone for something a little bit more powerful. That said, day-to-day usage, the combination of Vivo's FunTouch OS 10 and Snapdragon 712, it seems to do fine. The 8 gigs of RAM should help with switching through apps smoothly. As far as the internal storage goes, we have two options, 128 and 256 gigs. It's UFS 2.1 storage here, and of course the aforementioned dedicated microSD option. So, talking about what we've mentioned already, there's a 4500 mAh battery here, and Vivo claims that their 33-watt fast charger should get the V19 from 0 to 70% in 40 minutes. Now, before scanner, that seems to work well. We also have Face Unlock on board. Vivo seems to have improved ease of use by adding the ability to unlock faster using a combination of both fingerprint and face unlock at the same time. Okay, finally, let's now focus on the optics. We have quad cameras to the back of the V19. The primary is a 48 megapixel, and turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet.